probably heard of me. I've had a lot of unpleasant publicity about the fight between Wade Barnett and my father.
Gloria Grant. Grant was my mother's name.
Young Stanfield, better than anyone else, knows that what I want, I get.
I'm always interested in anything electrical.
Created the greatest, most far-reaching invention of the age. It was the Vanishing Ray. You could learn all their secrets.
Hello out there in Internet land, it is I, the Baron of Blueberry Hill, and I'm joined by my little compatriot, Bobby Roquefort.
Ahoy hoy!
And here we are at the second episode of The Vanishing Shadow.
I kinda like it so far.
It's not bad. It's got a interesting premise, interesting characters, potential for growth, but well, we'll see how it goes, because they might just whiz it down their leg. We've had that happen before.
How do you think that Stan's gonna get out of being hit by a train?
Well, the easy way out is to just bail out the side, but why don't we find out what really happens?
Around the world in 11 seconds.
Fear of a lumpy planet.
Yes, it's more of the shadow what vanishes.
Isn't the problem with the invisibility cloak that it casts a shadow, so it's really more of the visible shadow?
Looks like there was a little nepotism in the O'Neill family.
I wish Yakima Canutt was in this.
He's not?
As far as I can tell, nope.
Well, dang it.
Don't see many parents naming their kids Onslow anymore, do ya?
They really liked the alliteration with all the character names, didn't they? Wade isn't exactly, intimidating as a first name if you're, a villain.
Yeah, I can only really think of one character whose name is Wade that you'd actually be scared of. Edmund Cobb? Any relation to Wilbur Cobb?
Chapter 2, The Destroying Ray.
As opposed to a helpful building ray.
Oh god, that is just a wall of text.
Oh jeez, I'll give it a shot. Stanley Stanfield, son of the founder of a great newspaper, and Carl Van Dorn, electrical genius, have invented a vanishing ray, with which they hope to escape Wade Barnett, whose persecution of Stanfield's father caused his death. In a street accident, Wise, Stanfield met Barnett's estranged daughter and they became friends. Really fast friends. During a bitter quarrel between Stanfield and Barnett in John Cadwell's office, Cadwell was shot. Barnett accused Stanfield, who fled to Van Dorn's office, donned the Vanishing Ray, and escaped, but later was seen and pursued.
I bet you're real glad that you can pause that and record it in editing.
Quiet, you.
Previously on The Vanishing Shadow.
Go Speed Stanfield, go Speed Stanfield, go Speed Stanfield, go!
Wow, you got that in one take.
Shh! Train spotting, 30s style.
Meanwhile, in a Dick Tracy serial, hey, we should do some of those serials.
Oh no, we're not getting sued by Warren Beatty. That man is tenacious.
Everyone had real nice hats back then.
See this right here? This is why they started producing all those train safety shorts.
Step on it. Stanfield beats that train at the crossing, it'll cut us off.
Thanks for that exposition, boss. I forgot what we were doing.
Oh!
Yeah, I figured you cut that little scene last time.
Kinda cheap, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet. Way overdone, anyway. Landed right on the invisibility cloak. Boys, we might have to go back for a bucket.
Captain America?
We can't explain this to the cop. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, like they couldn't see you.
Well, at least he's actually hurt. Most of these, he'd get up and he'd be completely fine.
Looking at you, clutching hand. Smoking.
They're awful hard on that car.
They're not being very inconspicuous, are they?
Wade's thugs are not exactly the sharpest knives in the drawer.
And he gives the car a ticket. Meanwhile, in the Owlmobile,
Did I leave the popcorn machine on? I might have to go back.
And no one notices him like 3 feet away.
That's my partner's car. He was surely killed.
Yeah, it looks like that to me.
I mean, there's no body, but I'm just gonna mark it as a kill.
When headache pain strikes.
Stanley.
I'm badly hurt, Van Dorn. Get me to a doctor, quick.
Give me your name and address. I'll explain this to the train crew and see you fellas about this later.
Very telling that the cop did not offer to call the ambulance
On your
first.
All right, show's over. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Oh, thanks for moving my spine around a lot. Oh, no.
Stanfield's sure tough to survive that smash-up. Well, we gotta get him. Snap into it.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah! Alright, which one of you turned the heat on?
Already faster than the car chases in the Fast and the Furious. 1955 version.
You mean the slow and the surly?
Get that doctor, Van Dorn.
Oh yes, I totally believe that car is moving.
They don't even have a wind machine.
That cop evidently frightened away those crooks.
I bet they didn't go very far.
Stan Stanfield is a cab.
These cars really are like land trains.
There's a car speeding up on us. Who left?
See?
These cars really were unsafe at any speed.
You know, maybe if they drove around the city and lost them there first, they wouldn't be in this mess.
Yeah, instead, let's go out in the middle of nowhere.
They're getting away from us.
Like, how? There's no one else on the road.
And it's the same road.
Well, Wade, you get the thugs that you pay for.
Meanwhile, at Area 51...
the most dangerous remote control in the world.
Marvelous.
I think we found the destroying ray.
And this is supposed to be his beach house? What is he, a doomsday prepper?
Well, you lost them.
Yes, but we haven't lost your bonds. They're right here in my pocket.
I'm just gonna keep them if
what
you
do you
don't
think of the
mind.
place?
Say, this is a wonderful hideout. And just the place for our scientific experiments.
And the advantage is that nobody knows of this secluded spot.
You've got a 10-foot high wall around this place. Believe me, somebody knows you're here.
Scientific laboratories of the
No, my men
Old
can
West.
find you here until we're ready to meet that trumped-up murder charge.
Oh, that's fine. I don't know how I'll ever be able to repay you.
You have already repaid me.
Yeah, with those bonds. You remember? They're in my pocket. I'm keeping them.
The vanishing ray wouldn't have been possible.
Professor, you're too kind.
Come inside. We'll look it over.
No one would have believed in the early years of the 20th century that this world was being watched keenly and closely by intelligences greater than man's, and as mortal as his own. That as men busied themselves about their various concerns, that they would scrutinize...
Trace, huh? Stanfield outsmarted you. Well, find him. And Van Dorn. Men don't vanish into thin air. And I don't want any more cock and bull stories about any vanishing shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Please don't kill me, boss.
There's a young lady to see you, sir.
What's her name?
She wouldn't say, sir.
Wouldn't say. Send her away.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute.
Is she a fine honey?
Oh, crap, it's my daughter. She wants that pony I promised her when she was 10.
Tell her to come in.
Yes, sir.
I'll have your boots licked clean this afternoon,
You
sire.
come this way, miss.
Wow, now that is pulling up a chair.
not, huh? It has taken you 10 years to come to your senses and recognize your father. The poison of hatred instilled into you by your mother must have...
We'll leave Mother's name out of this, please.
Oh, God, he's one of those guys. Jeez.
Oh, still reluctant to acknowledge the relationship, huh?
Yeah, well, you're gonna die
What brings you
alone,
here?
jackass.
An interview for your paper, the Tribune, I suppose.
My business concerns a young man,
The young man I saw you with 2 days ago?
Stanley Stanfield.
Yeah, well, the police will take care of him.
Liar, liar,
Cadwell is here,
liar.
sir. He says it's very important.
Cadwell. Alive.
He really does have the most
Let him go wait.
unhelpful
Yes.
help.
Well, since you have important business, Father, I'll run alone.
Just a minute. What did you come here for?
I got what I came for.
Listen, Gloria.
You're always on the run
You
now.
interfere with my plans, I forget you're my daughter and...
Use the same methods with me you used with my mother?
Ooh, burn.
What a monster.
Oh, Miss Barnett,
Get inside. Who's downstairs?
Badger and Kent, sir.
Tell them to follow that young lady and give me a full report at once.
Very good, sir.
Why do I have the feeling that they've somehow already lost her?
Listen, Badger. There's a young lady coming down at the elevator. Yellow dress, fair hair, checkered tie, brown shoes.
Cadwell, we'll have to forget about Stanfield's bonds and everything else and concentrate on getting his Tribune stock so that I'll be prepared to vote it within 10 days in order to get control of the paper. The board of directors...
Oligarchs
no.
buying up newspapers to
If we
control
don't
the
find
media.
Stanfield, I can
That'll
pick you up
never
some
catch
proxies.
on.
Of course, you'd be taking a pretty big risk.
Here she comes.
Walking down the street, getting the funniest looks from everyone she meets.
Even with the stuff in your
He
possession,
got you
you'd have to
shot.
figure a
Why
way
are
to
you
get
helping
Stanfield's
Well,
him?
As
forget
George
about
Carlin
the
once
proxy.
said, it's a
Find
big club,
Stanfield.
and
I
you
want
ain't
his
it.
signature.
But, Mr. Barnett, you wouldn't...
Find him, I tell you. Put every available man on the job.
Ooh, fancy clock wipe.
Meanwhile, at the Ponderosa,
Now,
An invisibility cloak is not a dump truck. It's a series of tubes.
let's put on your coat.
Thin guy in a tailored coat. Thin guy in a tailored coat.
The conductor is showing.
this is like a really bad setup to a porno.
Tuck it in here. We can adjust it later. There. Now you could walk into any room and be conspicuous by my absence. Well, let's try it out. See what it looks like.
There's a lot of controls on that. What do the other buttons do?
Maybe they somehow make him less invisible.
Like super visible? Like he'll light up like the sun?
What about the shadow?
Move down the room.
Oh, I can taste metal. That's not a good sign.
No, it still shows.
It's whisper quiet!
Eliminating the shadow is merely a question of getting the right wavelength.
We'll have to call Benedict Stark.
And once we have that completed,
We'll have the power in our hands to break Wade Barnett and that whole gang.
we'll be present at every secret meeting they hold.
Every bake
Tribune
sale,
behind
every toilet
And
flush.
bring every one of those men within reach of the law.
The law. You and I will be the law. Judge, jury,
You know what? Considering that guy's a monster, I'm behind this plan.
and executioner.
Nom nom nom.
And she arrives at the Kellogg Institute.
Would an enema help?
What next?
We gotta make a full report. Barnett thinks she knows where Stanfield is. Let's go.
I thought we were making a full report. Okay, we're going to go. Okay.
Surfside 711.
Sounds like a teen drama on the CW.
Surfside 711, right after Dawson's Creek.
This is Miss Grant. May I speak with Mr. Stanfield, please?
Stanfield.
These guys do not know how to be inconspicuous
sure you
at
can trust
all.
Oh, absolutely. Besides, she'll have important news for me. Hello, Miss Grant.
Oh, Mr. Stanfield. I have glorious news for you.
Why is she
Mr.
speaking
Cadwell
so
was not killed
loud?
with that shot. He is alive. I saw him less than an hour ago at Mr. Barnett's office.
Cadwell's alive.
Cadwell's alive!
Then it was a trick to get your Tribune stopped.
Wait a minute. That's certainly great news, Miss Grant. Well, now that I know the police aren't after me, I'll come right over and see you. We can take a little walk and talk things over.
Hoo hoo hoo,
You're safe
bow
from the
chicka
law,
wow
but
wow,
remember,
chicka wow
your
wow.
enemies are outside the law. Better not come in daylight. Wait until evening. That's fine. See you at 8 tonight.
Hide somewhere and watch this place. While I phone Barnett.
I am intrigued by this drama.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm cleared. Miss Grant said she saw Cadwell alive in Barnett's office less than an hour ago.
In Barnett's office.
I thought it was B's atrium.
There.
Well, I don't know. Well, Professor, surely you don't suspect her.
Oh, no.
I brought it up for
I
no
just
reason.
wondered. I was about to demonstrate my destroying ray. Now, you see that flower? It lives, breathes, just like other living things.
Now it dies by my hand.
It's really more of a wilting ray.
Why, it's completely destroyed.
Well, how horrifying!
My destroying ray attacks only living cells. Now, if a man had stood there,
A man!
Why do you use a brain, an intellect like yours, to invent agencies of destruction?
but think what it would mean to an army. Our army.
Oh boy, the scientist is going to have a heel turn, isn't he?
I know, but why don't you think of...
You were about to see Miss Grant. Take this along, and if you should meet your enemies, they're at your mercy.
Oh, no thanks, Professor. I know what it is to be wanted for murder.
You know, a regular
But,
gun would probably
explain
be
it
more
to me.
practical.
Gladly.
You learn where Stanfield is hiding?
No, but I learned Stanfield will be at that girl's house, 8 o'clock tonight.
All right, kid. You stay where you are. I'm sending Dorgan to meet you.
Oh, boss, you know I had tickets to see
Stanfield will be
Wicked.
at that girl's house at 8 o'clock tonight.
Who is the lady?
Never mind. But don't forget, she is not to be harmed. You'll take a woman with you and...
Any woman, just, you know, find one.
Meanwhile, at Camp Crystal
I
Lake.
understand why you insist on going with me.
Because I need you. I don't want you to fall into a trap.
All right, let's go.
While you are starting the car, I'll lock this up.
That's a good idea. That's much too dangerous to be lying around.
Destroying rays don't
Don't be
kill
long.
people. Mad scientists do.
Oh, I really want to sate my bloodlust.
He should not be putting that in his pants.
Nope, don't have the death ray with me. Nope, don't have it with me at all.
Meanwhile, at Grandma's house...
Hello, honey. Is this where Mr. Jones lives? No, you've made a mistake.
No mistake, miss. We've got business with your friend Stanfield. If you don't mind, we'll just wait.
And the quieter you keep, the better it'll be for both you and Stanfield.
They really should have just waited until he showed up.
Operator, give me the police. Operator!
The phone's not working, miss. We took care of that.
Oh, Ma Bella's going to be real mad at
Is this
those
Stanfield
guys.
you want?
Oh
Here
yeah,
and
you
here.
did not
But
screw
it
with
will
the phone
be.
company back then.
We're willing to wait. Take her over there.
Come on.
Put out some of these lights, Kent.
I didn't say all of them.
Van Dorn might be a little trigger-happy, but it kinda was prudent to bring the death ray along.
Yeah, these guys deserve it.
A lot of frogs around these parts.
Come on in, Mr. Stanfield. Jeremy!
waiting for you, Stanfield.
Stanfield, this is your life.
Get in there where we can look you over. Now, you better come along quietly, Stanfield.
Well, you have the best of us. I guess all we can do is go.
Talk about a rug pull.
Come on, make with the death ray.
These are slightly better fights than the clutching hand.
I'll burn you to a cinder.
What if it only works on houseplants?
Help me, Dorgan. This devil's trying to kill me with this infernal machine. Turn it off, Van Dorn. You'll destroy us all.
Did he have to make it so loud?
The thing is worse than a leaf blower.
Stop it, Van Dorn.
I'm just not ready for the spotlight.
Gloria's gonna have quite the mess to clean up. Pretty weak thugs if it takes like 3 of them to contain one elderly scientist. See The Avalanche, Chapter 3 of the Vanishing Shadow serial, to be shown at this theater next week.
Alright, that was not much of a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I do not believe for one instant that Stan is gonna get hit by the death ray.
Yeah, and Gloria has top billing, so, like, yeah, she's not gonna die.
Dorgan, similarly, will be fine.
The other ones, though, oh yeah, they're red shirts.
Van Dorn's probably gonna turn evil, though, right?
They are telegraphing that kind of hard. I mean, he's like 3 inches away from being like, I will rule the world with a race of people.
At the same time, these bad guys are just horrible, horrible assholes.
Oh yeah, her father is completely irredeemable.
Well, I can't wait for their comeuppance.
That'll have to wait till next week, though.
Hello there, friends. It's your old pal, Bobby Roquefort. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And if you'd like more of that, then subscribe to our channel. And if you didn't, well, I don't know what to tell you. But we do have more videos over here if you want to see more of what we've already got up. That's it. Help me.